The topic this week in Openspokes is failure. And I've been reflecting a lot this week about the topic. I don't like the word at all, and I don't like the connotations that it implies. It's such a negative word. So I'm going to discuss failure, what I think about it, and maybe some ideas about what I think we can do about it. Failure, more than anything, is a state of mind. And it's whether I believe or not that I am a failure. And I think I said in my last post that just because I've failed does not mean that I am a failure. And I certainly believe that for everyone. Just because we fail at things certainly doesn't mean we're failures. There are so many things that I have failed at, and probably when I was younger, not probably, most likely, definitely, I thought failing was not good, and it wasn't okay as such. As I've gotten older, I realized I've learned so many of my lessons in life by not being able to do something the first time. But one of the things that has served me well is to keep trying, don't ever give up. And I have had that philosophy, just to pick myself up, get doing what I need to do. Doesn't matter that I didn't pass a test or that I didn't do something that I thought I was going to be able to do. I need to keep trying and ask for help. Ask for help is a big one, especially anything mathematical for me. I always had to get 5 tutors if I needed it. And so I know that it's okay to keep trying and work at it and persevere. Those lessons are big in life. You're only defeated if you think you are, and I believe that's been true. But when I reflect back on, some of my first experiences and things that have taught me lessons, I think about when I was back in university and I did a practicum in the Children's Hospital in Halifax, and one of the things that I had to do was to go into the child life department and work with babies and young children that were under 2, and some of them had failure to thrive. And failure to thrive is complex and not fully understood, but back then what I understood about it was that babies were not developing, they were not growing. And so one of my jobs was to go in and cuddle and love those babies and sit with them and touch them and give them lots of TLC and play with them. And so that's what I did. And some of those babies grow and they start to thrive because of that loving touch. It's more complex than that. They need the care of nutritionists and doctors and a team, and but with all of us collaborating, working together, some of those babies started to completely thrive, and that's what I think students in school need. Another thing I've been thinking about and wondering about over the past week is the changes in education and the things that have changed, and why are kids not able to complete some things, and why do kids give up more easily, and I wondered whether it had something to do with, and although this is very simplistic, but I thought about it. Things have changed in that we're not allowed to touch kids in school anymore. We're not allowed to give them a hug like we used to. Back when I was an elementary teacher, I used to have hug days, and that was an okay thing, and kids needed a hug when they fell down or they didn't do well or they just needed, words weren't going to do it, and all they needed was just a hug, and away they went. And now teachers, and certainly male teachers, are afraid to even give a kid a hug because of what that might mean. And I think that's a shame. I think things have changed, not for the better in that way. Yes, I think we need to teach people about appropriate touch and inappropriate touch for sure. As a counselor, that is really important to me. But I also think that we need to be able to give kids the nurturing that they need sometimes, and sometimes it's just a matter of giving them a hug. As educators, I think we can be models for students and show them that and tell them that it's okay to fail at something and pick ourselves up and try again. We need to tell them about some of the things that we have failed at and let them know that it's okay, that they're going to be fine, that those setbacks won't affect them for life. They may actually enhance their life and make it better because of the lessons they would have learned from it. They will become more resilient. And all of us, at some point, need to learn resiliency skills so that we can be better people. And life is like that. We're not going to get through life where something hard and difficult is not going to happen, and that we feel those negative feelings, or maybe even feel that we are a failure when we're not. So having those skills will help. Hopefully all of us can continue to learn from each other and to learn and model that it's okay to fail. I know when I am speaking to my fellow Openspokers that you all definitely feel that it's okay to fail, and you make it a safe place, and that there's no shame in failing. You realize that yourselves. I know that because we've made several mistakes in the past couple of months, and we support each other, and support is absolutely crucial to being able to fail.